Today I'm going to show you how to exchange a single pole light switch for this new one. Let's go. As I mentioned, this is a single pole switch, so when purchasing, make sure you check the box and get the right switch depending on your setup. It's likely going to be three-way or single pole. With the right switch, you'll need the following tools: screwdriver, razor blade, wall plate, wire stripper, and voltage detector. Now this is optional. I like to use it just to be safe. Now before we start taking it apart, we need to kill the electricity. Go out to your breaker box, find the room you're in, and flip the brake switch. With the power killed, we're ready to take off the panel. Start by removing the two screws on the top and bottom. Before you pull off the panel, there may be paint around the outside by a paint job from Daryl, the previous owner. Take your razor blade and carefully cut around the outside so it doesn't strip the paint when you pull it off. Now that we have that off, we're going to test that there's no electricity running through using this voltage detector. To do that, simply place the detector inside. If there's a current, it will start to beep like crazy. It didn't, so we know we're good. So now I want to remove the two screws from the top and bottom. After removing the screws, there's sometimes a washer that you'll also need to remove. Now before you rip this thing out, you want to take a razor blade and cut along the bottom or the top to avoid stripping the paint. With that cut, put a sticky note underneath and fold it to catch the drywall or dust that may fall out when you pull out the switch. Grab from the top and the bottom and slowly slide it out. When pulling it out, it looks like there's extra wire for a three-way switch. As long as it's capped, it's okay. The wire from the wall is connected to the switch from these two screws here and one on the other side. This green screw is holding down the ground wire, which is that exposed copper wire. With that loosened, I unhook it and remove it. Now I want to turn it over and remove the two screws on the other side. Before I do, I want to show you how the switch works. Flipping the switch up and down blocks or allows electricity to travel through the two wires. A very simple invention that makes me grateful to whoever did this. Alright, with that out of the way, I'm going to repeat the same process and loosen the two screws and pull off the wires. To help remove the wire, a trick I learned is to use a flathead screwdriver and rotate it a quarter turn, which allows me to remove the wire. We're ready to put on the new switch, check for the top and bottom, and realign it with the wires that we just removed. Now there are a lot of times holes in the back of the switch that you can slide the wire into, but I'm going to wrap it around the screw just like before. This switch has little grooves that helps guide the wires. I tighten the screws enough that the wire does not slip, but avoids breaking the plastic insulator. With the second wire on, I tighten it down and can now put on the copper ground wire. Using the wire cutters, I crimp it down so it won't slide apart, and then screw it on. I will mention that if you were having a problem with a wire, you can use wire strippers to strip off pieces of plastic and get more wire. Those are screwed on correctly, so I slide it back into the box and screw it down. When you screw it in, it's good to alternate between the top and the bottom screw. If you do it one at a time, the switch will be at an angle and can be difficult to finish screwing in. Also, don't screw in too tight that it breaks the sheetrock or plastic behind it. The switch is very firm, so we're ready to put on the outside plate. Line it up, and with a flathead screwdriver, finish in the screws. Don't do it too tight that there's tension on the plate so that it doesn't crack if bumped, but also make sure that it's firm. Alright, looks great, and we have a new light switch. Hopefully this helped you. Thanks for watching.